Well, here we are. Good morning. Facebook changed their music rights, so no more funky power shot music, which is fine. I get to talk longer. So I want to talk today about gender dynamics and gender powers, and mostly the idea of who has power, where it's at, masculine, feminine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this is all about a very simple and basic conversation that I had with a man about getting laid. Anyway, I just think that's really funny because for a million reasons why. And the fact of the matter is that getting laid is definitely not what it used to be, whether that's because I'm the age I'm at or things have changed or both. But according to younger people, getting laid is not what getting laid was like when I was younger. And what's interesting and what's different is, so this person was talking about his son. He says, "Yeah, I don't understand. Like, he never has a girlfriend. He never gets laid. I mean, I don't get what the problem is. I mean, I'm short and fat and white, and I was getting laid all the time at that age." And so I just laugh because, of course, number one, we all think it's about being hot and beautiful. Like, I can't get laid, or I can't get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner because I'm not hot and young and beautiful. So that's clearly not the case. I mean, there's definitely a mindset involved. But I look at the difference in the dynamics of like things like referring to getting laid and referring to finding partnership and just referring to engaging to the opposite sex and what's different. And I know from my own personal experience, when I was younger, I definitely lacked confidence. I didn't really know how to handle interactions with guys. And so I did allow the opposite sex to determine the interaction, to determine, the sex, the dating. I had some ability to understand what I wanted, but not very much. And it's taken me a lot of time to understand the power of my own femininity and the desire within me and how I want to use that to attract sex, relationships, security, companionship, from not just the opposite sex, but also to attract it in, compatible relationships with my own gender and as a heterosexual woman, right? So I don't want to go too deep, but I think that what I'm really honing in on is that what's important here is mindset. And what you think is powerful is what's powerful. And so switching over from this idea, here's a man who did not consider himself to be particularly attractive when he was younger and also never had a problem attracting or dating women, right? So clearly he was doing something right. Clearly he had an idea that he would succeed at the dating game. Whereas his son finds himself, according to him, challenged by women rejecting him, not really wanting to go out on a first date. And I think that's also because women are really holding the power in dating and relationships right now. And some of that is good, and some of that is different, and some of that is really all the same. Because the truth is I look back at the way I dated and played the relationship game. I always did have all the power. I just didn't know it. I didn't know how to use the power I had, whether that was the power of mindset, the power of my body, the power of my femininity, the power of my vagina. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I didn't really know what I already had. And here's a more interesting point. This same man is a business person who also said that when he was running a business in, say, like the 90s and early millennium, he was saying, "I always had a woman run my business." Are you kidding? I mean, they just do it better. And I thought, isn't that key? Again, as women push hard to enter and have pushed hard for years to enter the business world, it's like they felt like they've been left behind or didn't really own any of the power. And I really, again, every day I continue to understand that power isn't something that somebody sets up and shows me. Power is something that I design for myself and then I step into. And I am a powerful person in business because I know what I'm doing. And I know the value of what this man was referring to, which is I'm a hugely successful business organizer. I'm really, really good at managing multitasks and multi-parts and multitudes of people and maintaining sanity. And I do it well. I have a lot of balls flying in the air frequently. So interestingly, once again, as we continue to talk and look at power and power dynamics, masculine, feminine, and again, the energies of masculine and feminine as opposed to men and women, And the dynamics of business has always been the masculine, and that's changing. And the dynamics and strength in relationships have always been the feminine. And that is also changing as I think men look at, how they entertain the opposite sex and start to feel like they're not succeeding in getting a partner or getting a woman to engage with them. And so one of the things that I also do in just maintaining good, healthy boundaries is I've learned to understand myself and my own power. And so when I sit with a man, I let him be a man. I let him talk the way he wants to talk, say what he wants to say. I don't edit, interject, get offended, correct him. I want him to flow out towards me so that my feminine energy can receive him, engage him on any level that I want. It's about the level that I want. And then I can seek to engage in the place that's most powerful for me, which will feed the relationship and be also the most powerful for him. So if you're struggling with relationships, you need more help, you don't understand power dynamics, you have low self-esteem, or a lack of confidence in being able to date and gain the attention of the opposite sex, you should definitely give me a holler. I can be reached at NicoleDevlin.com, or by Facebook Messenger. I hope you all have a good day.